Okay, I would say, let's face it, AI is here to stay. Going through that part of my career, it taught me that I have to put me, my life, my Lord first. It's dedication and drive and hard work. If you do those things, and you can't let anyone sway you. Once you make up your mind, you do it, and you do whatever it takes within the legal limits. But no one can take your education away from you.
Hello, revolutionaries, and welcome to the Midlife Revolution, the show for busy, empowered women ready to transform their lives. I'm your host, Coach Angie, and today we have another incredible guest joining us, Mrs. Patricia Brazil, affectionately known by many as simply Pat. Pat is a seasoned finance accountant with over 8 years of experience consulting for Resource Global Professionals. She's known for her precision, strategic insight, and commitment to excellence. Pat has established herself as a trusted professional in the world of financial consulting. And she has been an active member of the Finance Executives Network Group, FENG, for over 12 years, where she connects with industry leaders and contributes to a collaborative exchange of financial expertise. She's also a proud member of Eta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, embracing its mission of service, sisterhood, and community engagement. As former member of the National Association of Black Accountants, Patricia has consistently demonstrated her commitment to fostering diversity and empowerment within the accounting profession. Patricia continues to make an impact both professionally and within her communities, embodying a spirit of excellence and service in all that she does. So please help me welcome Pat Brazil. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today. And we're just going to get right into it. What inspired you to pursue a career in finance accounting, and how did you transition into consulting?
I actually learned and was exposed to accounting in high school. I loved it, so I decided to pursue it in college. I actually attended the University of Pittsburgh on a volleyball scholarship. Um, Later learning that the accounting classes were at night. So I ended up also attending the International Business College, where I earned an advanced accounting degree, graduating and pursuing a career in accounting immediately out of college. I got into consulting because I worked for a hospitality industry for many years. And what tends to happen is you get pigeonholed if you stay in one industry for a very long time. I found myself being challenged to get into other industries. And one way that I was able to do that was by getting into consulting. Initially, I started out doing some of my own, getting my own business and doing the consulting. However, I later transitioned to Resource Global Professionals, which makes it awesome. It's an awesome family that I work for, awesome group of professional individuals. And they in turn have assisted me in working in multiple consulting industries.
Oh,
I
that's
think the
awesome.
second part of your question is what influenced my
Mhm.
professional trajectory. I would say what influenced that mostly was my desire to grow in my field and not have anything to hold me back. So the way to do that was to roll up my sleeves and get out there and do something different.
I love it. Get out there and do something different.
Yeah.
Now, as a member of Eta Phi Beta for 7 years and a former member of NABA, as you mentioned, how have these organizations influenced your perspective on diversity and inclusion within the finance industry?
That's a very interesting question. Being a member of Eta Phi Beta, which is a women's professional business organization, it has allowed me to collaborate with others like minded individuals where we are able to share our skills within our community. We actually go to various schools and we have what we call Career Day. It's just one of the things that we happen to do. And we do that with various age groups, so we help them to understand the different industries, and accounting is one of the primary ones because we feel that that's something that's never going away. You won't have the robots take it away. In every point, you need to have some type of human interaction with accounting.
That's
So collaborating with some of my other sorors who too are financial professionals, it enabled me to us to be able to contribute to the community.
I love that. Contributing to the community is so crucial for all of us. Um,
Absolutely.
yes, and you've been a member of the Finance Executives Network group for 12 years. And how has this long-term involvement impacted your career and professional development?
Actually, that's another great question. By being a member of the Finance Executive Network Group, it enabled me to meet with professionals from all areas of finance and accounting. So, again, being pigeonholed into hospitality, by joining the organization, I'm allowed to speak with alumni or group members, over 12,000 members, and consult with them, get recommendations from them, and so therefore we're able to help each other. I've helped some individuals that want to get into hospitality. They've helped me with some of the consulting opportunities. So it just allowed me to grow my professional network by networking with professional accountants from all industries.
Yes, networking is so important to everything that we do,
Very
no matter
much.
what it is, right? You want people to
Absolutely.
know who you are, and the only way to know for people to know who you are is to get out and start meeting people. So I absolutely love that. How do you stay updated though with the evolving financial regulations and ensure compliance across different client engagements?
Okay. One of the ways I do that, fortunately for me, with the company I'm working with, Resource Globals, we have various learning tools. We're also afforded the opportunity to take classes on our own to help grow in those individual industries. And by working with the different consulting opportunities in the different businesses, it's helping me to see what the client's needs are. So by working in the various industries and finding out what various clients' needs are, it gives me the direction and the knowledge to go and find out and work with those classes that I need to work with. So it's
Mhm.
sort of kind of what's driving us. And
Yeah.
many times, some of the opportunities, some of us miss those opportunities because we may be missing a skill set. And when that happens, it even gives us more drive to learn a new skill set within the various industries.
I love that. I love that word drive. It gives you more
Mhm.
drive to learn. We have to
Yes,
always be learning, right? Never
absolutely.
stop learning. Never, never, never. So, your involvement in professional organizations suggests a commitment to community and mentorship, which I love. How do you approach mentoring emerging professionals in finance, and what key advice do you offer them? I know that your daughter is also has followed in your footsteps. So let's take her for instance. What advice have you given her in this field?
Okay, that's a great question. Yes, I am proud to say that my daughter is currently, she's much better than I am. She went to school, she has her MBA in accounting, so she went further than I did. And she currently testing for the CPA exam. We
Okay.
started on at an early age. I actually tried to talk her out of my profession because of the long work hours, but
Mhm.
that was her passion. I think
Mhm.
it's key for us to make sure when we're mentoring and talking to the young folk, they understand the importance, because we have to work harder to do everything
Mhm.
that we do. So, and we can't make any excuses for it. It just
Right.
is what it is.
Right.
And so, when we coach and mentor young folks, we tell them you have to work sometimes harder, and you have to be the best that you can be. And we're
Mhm.
afforded many opportunities at learning and development via different classes. I actually was able to get her involved at NABA while she was in
Mhm.
high school.
Nice.
Therefore, while in that NABA program, she was selected to get an internship through that NABA program.
Mhm.
And then from that NABA program, she met a person who was a principal at Ernst& Young, who helped her all the way through college. And when she graduated, they paid for her to get into an MBA program. And then she went to work for Ernst& Young after graduating, which is one of the
Wow.
major CPA firms.
Yes,
That's
and that's that
something that
networking
will
on
carry
top.
her through for the rest of her professional career. She works for a public accounting firm, and that's what needed. So what I would say is we really need to be there to support, help,
Mhm.
encourage, motivate, and drive our youth, because we know it is more challenging and more
Mhm.
difficult, and so they
Mhm.
need us. And so part of our in our sorority, like I said, one of the things that we do is we go to the high schools and we start them young We actually have a group of men, which are husbands and spouses, that are called shads. They work with us as well with the youth, primarily the boys.
Mhm.
We have them work with the young men, teaching them some etiquette. They talk to them about various things that young. They teach them how to tie ties. They teach them how to tie bows and everything else. So it's just important for us to be involved with them.
Mhm. And so for young women too, because we are gearing this show toward young women, older women, all women. I
Absolutely.
know as your daughter is a woman, so I'm just so happy that she decided or she had the passion that you had so that you could help her, so you could help her network with those that you knew, that everybody that came before her you were able to connect her with, and that is just so important. What legacy do you hope to leave as a mentor in the finance industry to young girls, to women who are really, maybe they're changing their careers right now? And how do you envision your contributions impacting future generations of finance professionals?
I hope to leave a legacy of don't give up. Work harder, work smarter, not harder. As a director of finance with a major hotel company for 25 years, I was one of the last man standing, meaning within my discipline, I had some of the seniority within the company because it was difficult, it was challenging, but you have to be willing to fight for what you know is right. And that's part of the reason my daughter wanted to get into this. I feel like the legacy that she would see from me and learn from me is dedication and drive and hard work. If you
Mhm.
do those things, and you can't let anyone sway you. Once you make up your mind, you do it, and you do whatever it takes within the legal limits. But no one can take your education away from you. You get all that you need to get. And that's going to happen with her soon. She's going to be a CPA. She's testing now, and that's the top of the line. No one can take that from you. So I hope to leave a legacy is keep moving, keep working hard, because you can do whatever you set your mind to doing.
You absolutely can. We are so resilient as women. And I'm so happy that she has you as a role model to get through this, right? It's the main
Absolutely.
thing. So, balancing a demanding consulting career with active participation in multiple professional organizations, that pretty much requires effective time management. What strategies have you found most effective in maintaining this balance, or have you found any balance in this?
I have to admit, it can be quite challenging. However, one of the things that I've done, I've decided as a consultant that most of the time I'm only accepting primarily remote positions. By doing that, it's allowed me greater flexibility. I can travel still, work in a different location, work during a day, and still have my vacation time or
Yeah.
or spend time with my family if it's out of time.
Mhm.
So I think by accepting the remote work, it gives me greater flexibility. I can come downstairs and work immediately. I can stay longer if I need to because I'm here at home. And therefore, I can balance all those other things that I need to do without the day. I'm able to attend my church. I'm able to be in volunteer activities with my church and my community. The same thing with the sorority. So I'm able to do those things because I'm at a point in my career where I have just chosen and selected to do what it is that's what's important to me. I can do hybrid at times, but it has to work for me. So I would just say, do the best you can to do things. I've worked many hours in the hotel business and I got burnt out.
Mhm.
So going through that part of my career, it taught me that I have to put me, my life, my Lord first, and then everything else will fall into place.
I love it, love it, love it. Balancing and boundaries so that you can balance, and that's what it sounds like you set for yourself. You said, "Look, I'm doing people that I can work with virtually, and then sometimes, if I have the bandwidth, I'm going to do both." And that's what I teach my ladies, and what I do, of course, a fitness coach. I teach them to have boundaries, and so that they can balance their lives, so that they are able to uh, prioritize themselves.
Absolutely. It's
Yes,
necessary.
yes. So let's look ahead. What are your aspirations within the finance consulting field or in any part of your life? And how do you envision the industry or your life evolving in the next few years?
Well, I advise you, Lord willing, within the next 5 years, I hope to retire. but my goals is to be a major part of my community. The community that I live in, I plan to do more volunteer work. In my sorority, I plan to hold, I'm currently an officer in my local chapter. I plan to continue to volunteer and have a greater presence there, as well as in my church. So the long-term goals for me, I feel like I love the consulting. I plan to continue to do that for the next 5 years. I've also promised my daughter when she starts her business that mommy will come and work for her. She's going to have to pay mommy. It won't be free. Nothing's free in life.
I love it.
So, that's what I see for my near future. I want to be there to support her and support other youth and young folk because she is young and help them to grow and just give back. We're here, I feel like, to serve others, which is our models, not for ourselves, but for others. And that's what I'd like to do more of.
I love it. We have to serve. We should be leader servants, right? Not just leaders.
Absolutely.
We should serve as we're leading. And that is awesome. Again, she has no better role model to look at than her own mom, who's doing the dang on thing. I'm just gonna say
Absolutely.
it like that. All right. So, what emerging trends? I love this question because I get to know what's coming up in this industry. What emerging trends of technology and finance excite you the most, and how are you preparing to integrate them into your practice?
Okay, I would say, let's face it, AI is here to stay.
Let's hear the story. It's not going anywhere. Just like crypto, it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. You have your cybersecurity. They actually have that as an optional portion of the CPA exam now.
Oh, okay.
So I personally have began to try to look at classes regarding some cybersecurity. I'm trying to get more familiar with the AI from an ERP system, which is the back office accounting systems that some of the larger companies use. I've become a semi-black line user and plan to work on NetSuite, which is another back office system that a lot of companies are using. There's Dell Tech. So I plan to continue working based upon the client needs that I'm working for. I like to continue to expand my knowledge and skill set based upon those client needs. So AI, cybersecurity, and some of these major or bigger ERP systems is what I like to be more involved with and learn more of.
I love it. So within the next 5 years, because you hope to retire, you're going to be going in on those industries, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'd love to be able to possibly be a consultant for one of those industries on an as is or as I choose basis.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I love it. And so I'm going to finish with one final question, which is what's next for Pat after the 5 years? Where are we going?
After the 5 years, I am blessed at this point in my life as a retiree from the major hotel company where I can stay at hotels for free. Currently, my daughter works for a major airline. She flies for free. My husband is retired.
Strategy. I love it.
And I plan to see more of it. I'm seeing it now, but I feel like there's a lot more for me to see. So my plan is to travel, spend more time with my family, and do as much of God's work as I can.
I love it. And no better way to end on doing as much of God's work as you can. I want to thank you so much for joining me this Friday evening when you could be doing anything and be anywhere. I know you guys got some snow out there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow. It's funny.
So enjoy the white fluffy stuff because we got some too, but we're in Michigan and that's no surprise, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being on my show. And I just wish the best for you.
And thank you so much. And thank you so much for spending time with me and having me on your podcast.
Absolutely.